Hi, the TAKful Creator here. Okay, let's get started. May God the Creator bless us. May God the Redeemer heal us. May God the Holy Spirit enlighten us. Give us eyes to see, ears to hear, and hands to do the work of God. Feet to walk the path of justice, and mouths to preach the good news. May the angel of peace, prosperity, love, guidance, grace, mercy, kindness, and above all, peace watch over us and lead us to the reign of God. Ashe. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, we started off with purify, and that's exactly what I did right before the reading. I wasn't really called to purify this space with aromatics like incense or sage or anything like that. I was called more to purify my vessel, and in doing that, I blessed water and, appreciated the intake right before the reading, the general reading commenced, right? And in doing so, I'm clearing my throat chakra in order to be able to translate the ethereal messages, the cosmic messages to you all in a way that you can understand. I pride myself on academia, so I enjoy learning new words, learning new ways of understanding things, just learning new. And in doing that, I realized you can't really talk to everyone about the new. You can only talk to people who are on the frequency of understanding the new. So one of my major tasks right now is to perfect my skill set in orating. Okay, so in expressing my information in a way that my audience can understand it. Okay, so the cards are extremely helpful. That's the reason why they're in certain formats like colors, on certain different backgrounds. The reason why they have graphics on some, different designs on others, is so I can possibly see what you're going to see when you're watching the reading and be able to express that previous to the reading commencing, so that everything can transfer at the time the divine needs the information to transfer. Okay, so I appreciate you getting through all of that with me. We are here to trust the timing in all things, and that's one of the reasons why we are getting this detailed information, so that we can trust that the divine is ordering our steps. We can see the information, we know what to do, and see the outcome as a reward, as a success, opposed to as a triumph or as a failed victory. Okay, so we have something with a mobile hotspot. Okay, so either someone is using a mobile hotspot, is in need of a mobile hotspot, is hacking through a mobile hotspot, or is seemingly using a mobile hotspot. Okay, in doing this, they're moving in a light that looks frugal, but I'm not really getting it is frugal. I'm sensing like they're appearing in a way that is open to the general public, so that the sketchiness that they're doing is not seen. Okay, so a prime example, if you wanted to conduct some under the ground business and you wanted to go to a coffee shop to have the meeting about it, you order the plainest coffee that you possibly can, that you see everybody else order, and you're chatting it up about the news until you see people clear out and there's less suspicion, and now you're talking about the nitty gritty. You might be passing notes or whatever the case is, confirmation. Like now you're getting to the sketchiness of the situation, and in doing that, you're out in the open, you're in front of people, you look casual like everyone else. No one is suspecting that you are doing something under the table. So that is what I'm gauging here by this mobile hotspot frugal nature. They are doing their dirt on a Wi-Fi source that won't be able to trace them as easily to do this terrible stuff. Okay, and what is terrible stuff, we're not sure yet. We note that there's some purification that's necessary, that's tethered to this hotspot and frugal nature, but we are not sure yet why. It could do or have something to deal with this chain smoker. Maybe they enjoy cigarettes, nicotine, cigars. I'm not really getting too much that they smoke tobacco heavily, but they are putting on that facade right now to appear casual. So maybe they want to listen in on a conversation, and so they go out to that area and smoke a cigarette. It's like, okay, well, in them smoking this cigarette, it just seems like they're having a smoke break, but in actuality, they're infiltrating this meeting that is top secret or whatever the case is, but they're looking very casual, whatever the case is. Or, they're just eavesdropping on a conversation with maybe the higher ups, and they're using a smoke break when they normally don't smoke, right? They just bummed a cigarette off somebody and decided to smoke. That's what I'm getting. Or, and the last scenario that is at the forefront, let's say like you're at a casino, or you're with a lot of people who are speaking about money, speaking about things that could be sketchy, and you don't want to seem like you're listening in too much, but you kind of want to know the trade, and so you decide to smoke a cigar, right, with the guys, to be cool while they're having whatever conversation they're having, so you can kind of get in on the sketchy business of what happens at a casino. I'm gonna leave it there, okay? But in this, they are, in a sense, stealing emotional energy, stealing non-tangible resources, okay? So this emotional energy could be, well, all these other people have went through these scenarios to learn the grind. And so when they're talking about it casually, it's because they went through the hard work of finding the information and figuring out, everything. This person who is just listening is taking note and hearing all the secrets and seeing all the ins and outs without the proper, crossing. Like, if you were in a fraternity or sorority, you have to cross, you have to learn the necessary information, be able to recite it, show loyalty and all this other stuff, and then you'll be granted access into the group type of thing. That's what I'm getting. This person is a caregiver of children and is looking forward to a Sunday relaxation, but it's going to turn into a day of cleaning for this individual. Why? It doubles back to this frugal nature of purifying. Okay, so maybe they can't afford additional cleaning services, and so they have to do the work themselves. When I see Sunday cleaning, I'm getting more like spring cleaning, like not really getting garage or tool shed. I'm getting like you have to shift from winter wear to like summer wear, but it's that in between season, so you're doing more of the cleaning, like cobwebs and dust. Like, it's more so like, it's like having your house look commercial. You went through the winter season of like storing everything, and now it's like you're gonna invite people over, so your house needs to look like the It house. So you are commercializing it so that it looks like, what you would want to see on TV, what people would want to talk about in other environments or other gatherings. That's what I'm getting. So the Sunday relaxation is really a Sunday cleaning session. But in order for them to do that, they're going out and having this frugal conversation. And again, with the chain smoker, like, okay, so let's put a timeline here, because as most toxic energies, you have to decode it. You have to see the embedded nature. Okay, so what does that mean? It's convoluted, it's chaotic. Like, you're not going to see one full system. You have to navigate through and then stretch it out so you have a line. You get what I'm saying? So let's see where the timeline is here. Hi, Divine. Can you show me no? Thank you. Can you show me yes? That we're on the right track, and we may need to double back. Okay, much appreciated. All right, so first and foremost, we have two different storylines that are contingent. Okay, so which comes first? The chain smoker, mobile hotspot, The Sunday cleaning. Okay. So someone is cleaning on a Sunday, right? Getting their spring clean on, preparing for the warm weather, getting their house ready for company, and they are listening to music and having this convertible top energy, right? They're maybe listening to commercials on TV. There's a vehicle here, but we're not there yet. There's a commercial here that they're probably hearing in between the songs. Maybe they're on Pandora. This is not a plug. Or YouTube. This is a plug for YouTube, of course. But again, this is not technically a plug. But they're hearing some kind of commercial in between the songs that are playing. And even in the commercial, they're hearing the messages that is pushing them into a certain direction. Okay, now this direction is baby blue, but it's not fully healing. So it's not like they are listening to songs that makes them cry. They're listening to songs that will unlock emotions. Like it's maybe songs of like affirmations, like I'm gonna have a good day today, and stuff like that. Like that's what I'm getting. And it's moving between this youthful vibe and the season vibe. Like I'm mature enough to be able to know that what I'm doing is enriching my spirit. But then I'm also like, this is one of my favorite songs from when I was a kid. I remember when I used to, break down to it. So like they're having maybe a nostalgia moment with this spring cleaning. That's awesome. That's beautiful. But there's something that's about to happen. I'm getting there was a phone call, there's a text message, something that is moving them into the light of, we need to meet at a public location. Okay, at this public location, which is really interesting to me. Now it's interesting because we're not seeing who this individual is. We're just seeing that something very everyday is happening, and then now they're about to go do something more everyday. So why do we have this energy of a great time to cease and desist? Why? Why do we have a solo mission 007 here with our bigot or racist? Okay, so, okay, they have a phone call, and on this phone call there's some kind of self-defense that's necessary, but it's verbal, and they're called to meet at a public location so that things don't go awry, so that they're protected from whatever candle magic, which could be, straight no cap, people acting more in a gladiator status instead of birthing something through waterworks. Okay, and that could be, through emotional turmoil. We're not really seeing the dynamic of these two individuals. We're just seeing that there could be some kind of chaos due to emotional baggage if they don't meet at a public location. So now that they're here, they're choosing the most frugal thing off the menu because they're only here to chat. Trust the timing. One of them randomly gets up to go smoke, and in them going to smoke, they hear information that is bigoted or racist. And is it about the person that they're with? No, it's about them. Okay, so in them hearing this information, and it's trust the timing, so this is a divine test. It's like you're being put in a situation where maybe someone of a different demographic is being ignorant. How are you going to handle this? Remember how you walked into the situation. You didn't want emotional baggage. That's the whole reason why you went to a public spot. Okay? So they contact the person at the table to go to wherever they are, out having this cigarette. Okay? Confirmation. But they think that they dined and dashed. Okay, so this might go into that dine and dash situation I was talking about the other day. Okay. And because of this, there was a kind of uproar. People assumed based on race, people assumed based on stereotypes that these individuals were dining and dashing. But that's not out here, because that's not what they were doing. Okay, confirmation is because that's not what they were doing. So Did they confront the other person? No, it was more like a conversation about the bigotry and racism. Then they go back into the establishment, pay like nothing happened, and leave. So what is the issue here? Is there an issue? Yes. Trust the timing. Okay. So what did they hear in the... Okay, something's up in flames. It's the last day. Whose last day? December month, master bedroom energy, symbolism. Okay, master bedroom energy, which is a relationship. So, master bedroom energy, why did they go out for a smoke? What information did they hear when they went out for a smoke? That somebody was cheating. Oh, master bedroom energy, December month. And it's the last day that they're putting up with something, the last day that they're going to do something. Something's about to go up in flames. And they need this other person to assist them now. That was the whole reason why they went out in the first place. Wow. Okay, so we're getting these lavender vibes of not really trusting our intuition, not really moving in the light of we are royalty, either prince or princess or king or queen. This is more the prince or princess card, but you're not really moving in royalty, not really moving in that light, kind of modeling someone else, mirroring someone else's body. You're kind of being slumped psychologically. Okay, so you're aimlessly following someone. So there's two people here, and one is aimlessly following the other. The one that's aimlessly following is the one that was singing and having this grand old time. So they just go out to the coffee shop not knowing what they're about to get into. They weren't the ones that had the cigarette. The one that called them to the coffee shop had the cigarette. Coffee shop, restaurant, whatever you want to call it, whatever. And then goes outside for the cigarette, blunt, whatever the case is. I don't know what you smell here. And then follows them. They heard something on the phone. Tells them about it because they didn't want anyone else to hear it in the restaurant or in the establishment. Goes back inside to finish business. This is going to be the last day they're dealing with some kind of racist bigot. And it was confirmed by their interaction outside. Someone here is PMSing. No, someone here is acting as if they're PMSing. So I'm getting a masculine energy that is also male. Okay? And they're saying ponder it. Think about this. They're not moving in a light of the devil on one shoulder and the angel on the next. They're just moving in the devil is guiding me light, even though light beings are near. Okay, so it's like that's where the balance is. Light beings are around protecting this energy from doing something bad, where this energy is like they gonna do something bad, you know, like real bad, like sheesh, what is about to happen here? Is okay. So Would You Rather card is here in the back. This was the first card that flipped out when I was preparing the table. And honestly, I was preparing those cards for show, but it flipped out and I was called to wait. I saw a few words like cough and sound, and that's it. So I'm like, okay, cough is when there's something you want to say, but it's unnecessary. You don't need to say it. And sound is when you want to be heard, or your internal world needs to echo externally. Okay? So it's the contrast between you wanting to say something and then the external world telling you whether or not it's necessary for you to say it. Okay? So I left the card there because I'm like, that's a little bit deeper than I want to get into prior to the reading. Okay, so now that we're in the reading, trust the timing. It says, fart the sound of a rapid fire machine gun, or cough the sound of bagpipes. Okay, so we're talking about your inlet and outlet. Okay, so if you thought of your body as a tube, you have one part of you that takes in, and then the other part of you that pushes out. The part that takes in is your mouth, you know, and the part that takes out is your butt, your bum. Okay, So if we think about it like that, what we're allowing internally will shift, be manipulated, turn around, be digested, be analyzed, and then regurgitated. But regurgitated in a way that could be septic to you and everyone around you. So if we think about that concept, that no matter what you take in, if you let that out, it's going to be septic. It's going to be poisonous, dangerous, sickly, it'll make you sickly to you and everyone else around you. Okay? So what would you prefer? Having your inlet be limited, only be able to give off certain sounds, or have your outlet be uncontrollable in a way that is too quick for anyone to adapt to. Okay? And a cough you can't adapt to either, really, because it's where you have a machine gun, it's continual. You have a cough that is sporadic. So it's two sides of the extreme. Now that we understand and we broke down, the different scenarios here, what does that mean in regards to this reading? Okay? So this person is at this coffee shop really upset about their situation. Okay? Are they going to lull about it, vent about it, lament about it in a way that offers no fixation, that offers no resolution? Or are they going to take in all of the information that they've seen up until this point and regurgitate it? What I mean by regurgitated, I mean taking all the upset and then have it digest in their system in a way that releases a septic energy that can hurt them and the people around them. That could be harming this other person, that could be harming themselves, that could be creating a situation where other people are affected or where everyone is affected by making a scene, whatever the case is, right? It's like, what are the options here? And that's what this more gullible person is offering. It's like, what are you going to do? Are you just going to sit here and talk about all the stuff that you want to do, let it out? Or are you going to put action behind it in a way that's going to hurt people? And yeah, I mean, like, that was a more convoluted way of expressing that very simple fact. But, that's how my mind works, and that's probably how other people's mind works too. But in essence, there's a gladiator status that needs to be embodied. Okay? And there's a realization that someone here is a bit bipolar, has BPD, and maybe their bark can only turn into a bike. A bike. Interesting. Maybe someone has to go bike riding. Someone needs to ride a bike. Something. Oh, as I say that, there's a bike list that just rolled by. Maybe she needs to listen to this message. I don't know. But the realization here that this energy is bipolar. Okay, so this gullible energy is sitting with this person that one moment can be happy, the next moment can be upset, but in their upset, it can turn into blind rage that harms them and the people around them. So what do you do there when the pretense of this BPD status is money, financial security, esteem, business intellect, or street smarts, or whatever the case is? Like, this person shows up in a way that seems like the model person, and then just like that, you realize, like, they're emotionally conflicted, they're emotionally erratic in a way that they can't control themselves, in a way that they have and will cause harm. Like, there's no self, what is it, self-control. There's no self-control with this person. Okay, they are injurious. They offer self-destruction. But this other energy is like, nah, it's the last day for that. They're not dealing with that BPD mess anymore. It's the last day. You love me here, you hate me here. You know, you love this here, you want to kill this here. It's the last day for that. And so I'm also gauging, maybe this is another scenario where someone was like, okay, I see this person being BPD. I'm going to go out for a cigarette and just never come back. Yeah, no. And then this other person went out to look for them, couldn't find them, and then both of them dined and dashed, because at that point, who's going to fit the bill? Now, mind you, the bill was pretty cheap. It wasn't like excessive, but you know, that causes issues for the establishment. And you know, trust in your customers. Like, bruh, is there anything else we need to know here? No, this is just a convoluted. Stay clear. If you see somebody has this kind of emotional baggage, and I'm getting like prosthetic, like they used this BPD as a crutch. Okay, so they don't want help for it. They just want people to understand that they have a condition and let them do it. What? Cut it out. Cut it out. Can you show me now? Thank you. Yeah, we need to cut it out. Thank you. Okay, so on that note, I wish us all the best. I'll see us soon. Until the next.